Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen... Ladies and gentlemen, get out your sextants, your compass, your astrolabes, because we are in uncharted waters. Because after 2.5 years of the Trump presidency, we finally spotted the great orange whale, and let me tell you, there he blows. This morning, the administration, for some reason, released the official notes of Trump's phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, seen here thrilling his fans with Crazy Train. And these notes that they released of this phone call make Trump look, and I don't want to get too technical, bad. The call starts with Trump congratulating Zelensky on his recent victory in parliamentary elections, but then he quickly reminds Zelensky how much Ukraine owes the U.S. The United States has been very good to Ukraine. I wouldn't say that it's reciprocal. No, I wouldn't say it's been reciprocal, because I don't know what that word means. I'm just saying, all I'm saying... Look, Vladdy, all I'm saying is I scratch your back, you help me bury Joe Biden's political career in a shallow grave in the woods down by the dump. Zelensky immediately picked up on it. Yes, you are absolutely right. Not only 100%, but actually 1,000%. This guy speaks Trump's language. Not just 100%, 1,000%. Many are saying the most bigly presidents everyone has ever seen. Fake news, witch hunt, no collusion. Okay, let's collude. Zelensky trumped on. I would also like to thank you for your great support in the area of defense. We are ready to continue to cooperate for the next steps. Specifically, we are almost ready to buy more javelins from the United States for defense purposes. Yes, we're selling them javelins. But if Russian tanks roll into Kiev, we will upgrade to shot put and discus. Maybe hammer throw. Well, turns out javelins are a missile system that we were sending Ukraine to fight the Russians who had invaded their country, but we stopped that military aid right before this phone call. Zelensky says he wants those missiles, and here comes the quid pro quo. Trump immediately says, I would like you to do us a favor, though. Ladies and gentlemen, our contestant has said today's secret words, the phrase that pays the Ukrainian in exchange. The phrase that pays the Ukrainian in exchange for political favors. Tell the president what he's won. It's protracted impeachment inquiries, a permanent stain in his already shameful legacy, and a lovely Broyhill dinette said, Broyhill, eat crow in style. Now, first, Trump asked if they could find Hillary's email server from 2016. That was the first favor. Then, Trump named the foreign interference he wanted in our 2020 election. The other thing, there's a lot of talk about Biden's son, that Biden stopped the prosecution, and a lot of people want to find out about that. So whatever you can do with the Attorney General would be great. We do a lot for you, like military help. I need a favor, though. Investigate Biden. There it is, pressuring a foreign country to provide dirt to influence our election. They should hold the impeachment now. All in favor, say yay. Yay! Now, the Attorney General Trump mentioned is our Attorney General. Several times in the phone call, he said he would have William Barr call Zelensky to help Ukraine dig up dirt on Trump's political enemies. But today, Barr denied involvement in Trump's smear campaign against Biden. Hey, what's the matter, Billy? Don't you trust your old buddy Don? He'll protect you the same way he protected his other friends, Paul Manafort and Michael Cohen. They both get free clothes, comfy beds, and magic toilets that make wine. And when Trump told Zelensky that Giuliani would also be in touch, he told the most outrageous lie of all: Mr. Giuliani is a highly respected man. You don't get cable TV in Ukraine, do you? No? Good. Very highly respected. Very highly respected. Also, very human teeth. Very. Now, Trump's defense has not been exactly well organized today. Just this morning, a Politico reporter tweeted, the White House just sent its talking points on Ukraine to House Democrats. But almost immediately after sending their Dems their insider communication strategy, sources say that the White House just sent a follow-up to recall the email. House Democrats responded with their own email: lol, sorry, no backsies, peach. The White House is peach. Nope. Peach. Nope. The White House's talking points are about what you would expect, with claims like, what the president actually talked about was entirely proper, and this is just another example of the deep state, the media, and Democrats damaging our national security for political gain, and the transcript clearly shows there was no quid pro quo. Yes, all he did was suggest no military aid unless they investigated Biden. It's just quid pro Joe. Now, who knows what's going to happen here, okay? It's anybody's guess. But the phone call is pretty damning. So, this afternoon, a visibly miffed but also kind of exhausted Donald Trump talked about the call with reporters at the UN and said, yeah, it could have been worse.
There was no pressure. The way you had that built up, that call, it was going to be the call from hell. It turned out to be a nothing call, other than a lot of people said, I never knew you could be so nice.
Yes. Yes, it's true. People did not know that Trump could be so nice, specifically Don Jr. and Eric. Wait, Dad, you offered to give stuff to that Ukrainian guy? Why'd you offer that guy stuff? I thought you said presents for the week. Santa's gonna get an earful from me in my next letter. He also insisted. He also insisted that there was nothing to see here.
It's the single greatest witch hunt in American history, probably in history, but in American history. It's a disgraceful thing. The letter was a great letter, meaning the letter revealing the call.
The letter was a great letter. There was actually a call. Bring, bring. Oh, my mailbox is ringing. Hello, sorry, I can't hear you. I'm all out of stamps. Then, this afternoon, Trump sat down at the UN with the Ukrainian president. Their joint press conference began with Trump explaining just how well he knew the Ukrainian people.
I know a lot of people from Ukraine. They're great people. And I own something called the Miss Universe pageants. We had a winner from Ukraine, and we got to know the country very well in a lot of different ways.
Miss Universe pageant taught me a lot about the Ukrainian people. They are all very tall, very blonde, very thin. They wear swimsuits and high heels. They have a sash that says Ukraine on it, and they have no lock on their dressing room doors. It's a beautiful culture. By the way, it's a true story, you know. By the way, and I'm sure you saw this coming, Ukraine has never won Miss Universe. That's just another lie. Or maybe she won Miss Alternate Universe, which is where I wish I lived right now. But politics aren't the only thing Zelensky admires about President Trump. In the phone call, he also said, last time I traveled to the United States, I stayed in New York near Central Park, and I stayed at the Trump Tower. Yes, in fact, he stayed in the Don Jr. Memorial Russian Collude Room. He loved it, especially later in the summer. And Trump had a great suggestion for his new best friend. Why not sit down with Trump's old best friend?
I really hope that you and President Putin get together and can solve your problem.
Oh, yes, that moment where your ridiculous actions finally catch up with you. Could we see that again?
I really hope that you and President Putin get together and can solve your problem. That would be a tremendous achievement. And I know you're trying to do that.
Nice. It works. It works. And he ended with a fairly big announcement that Trump made up.
Nancy Pelosi, as far as I'm concerned, unfortunately, she's no longer the Speaker of the House.
What?
Wait.
What? It's that easy? Well, in that case, Donald Trump, as far as I'm concerned, unfortunately, is no longer President of the United States. We got a great show for you. Renee Zellweger is here. But when we return, a very special guest in town for the UN General Assembly. Stick around.